What's up, Libra? Let's see what the next 48 looks like for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Libra placements. I'm getting that song. I'm going through changes. Some of you guys like Ozzy Osbourne. Some of you guys like Youngblood. But I feel like right now you're going through a series of changes in your life, okay? And so whether you're open to moving forward with these changes or you're resisting them, they're happening nonetheless, okay? At the bottom of the deck there, you have the Chariot. Let's go ahead and pull some brutally honest affirmations to see what you guys could possibly be going through, okay? You guys could be dealing with a Cancer with that Chariot card. Again, you guys could be trying to travel. There's something here about a car. You could be buying a new car. You could be having issues with your car, so make sure you guys are maintaining your vehicles. But yeah, there is something here about moving forward, okay? This is a season to move forward. All right, first card, life short. Smile while you still have teeth. Some of you guys need to go to the dentist, or you're focusing right now on fixing your grill. All right, I do feel like you guys could be getting braces, Invisalign. You could be wanting to go to the doctors. You could have like a toothache or something like that, or maybe you need like to pull out teeth, something, okay? Some of you guys are having dreams about your teeth falling out. It means money's coming in, okay? Or at least that's what they say. But yeah, I ultimately feel like whatever this energy is, you guys could be finding reasons to smile here, okay? You could be coming out of a hard time. Maybe you're trying to see the silver lining here. And so I feel like whatever the energy is right now for you guys, I feel like you're trying to smile through the pain. You're trying to just smile through the bad times. You're just trying to put on a smile. I'm hearing put on a happy face, okay? So you guys could be accepting something for what it is, for where you are in life. However, again, you're trying to make the best of a situation for some of you, okay? It says, I don't rise and shine. I caffeine and hope for the best. Yeah, like, for whatever reason, there's like this very, what's the word? When people are, there's a skeptical energy here, okay? I feel like you're always hoping for the best. You're like, it's just going to be another day. A lot of you guys, you're used to your routine, right? Maybe your job is very hectic. Maybe, you know, you're waking up at the same time. You got to get your kids ready. They always give you hassles. You got to deal with traffic. You got to, you know, you have all these things you're dealing with before you get to work. Or maybe you're just dealing with all these things first thing in the morning, that it just feels like, oh my God, like, whatever, if this is what my day is, then this is what my day is every day. So there's a need here to stay optimistic, and I feel like that's what you guys are trying to do. At least that's what I'm trying, like that's what I'm gathering from your energy here. I feel like some of you guys could be cutting back on caffeine, or maybe you're just like doubling up on it. Caffeine is life, is what I'm hearing, okay? So maybe caffeine puts a smile on your face every day. You're like, you know what, as long as I stop off, get my Starbucks, or I get my coffee at McDonald's, or wherever it is you get your coffee fix from, you're like, so long as I got that cup in my hand, the whole world can go, you know, can go to shit pretty much, all right? But ultimately, I do feel like you guys are just, it's like having that one thing that just, you have that last slice of, something in the fridge that, like, if you had like a horrible day, at least you had that slice, right? You're coming home to it. So there's something here you guys are holding on to where you're like, you know what, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna get my coffee soon. I'm gonna go home to that slice. All right. And then lastly, it says, I'd be unstoppable if I ever started. All right, you guys are procrastinating and you're sleeping on yourselves right now. Okay, some of you guys, you know that you have a God-given talent. You can sing, from what I hear. You can rap, you can write, you can act, you can do all these things. And I feel like some of you guys, you do put time and effort into your abilities, right? Like perfecting your craft. But I do feel like a lot of you guys are procrastinating, right? You're allowing other situations in your life to kind of become overbearing or just become more priority than that. Now, not saying that what you're putting aside your goals and dreams for isn't important, but again, it is also important to realize that there is an opportunity to get yourselves out of any kind of slumps that you're in. And so again, all it takes is, like, I don't know, maybe give yourself 5-10 minutes, or learn about something, or go back to, maybe not go back to school, or maybe you want to, maybe you just got to throw on a YouTube video and learn about something and move forward here. But again, like I said, this is a season about moving forward. Yeah, this is about growing here. This is about harvesting your crops, okay? There's a lot of growth here that's coming in for you guys. And so it would be wise of you at this time to not sleep on yourselves, especially if you know you have a talent, okay? Not a lot of people have the ability to dabble in that, or to even realize that they have these capabilities. So if I'm talking to a Libra that knows that they can sing, they can write, they can rap, they can whatever, maybe start putting more time and effort into that, okay? To start off the next 48, you got the Hermit. You could be dealing with a Virgo or have that placement. You got the Two of Swords. You got the Six of Pentacles. You got the Emperor. You could be dealing with an Aries. And then lastly, you could be dealing with the Leo with the Strength card here, okay? I feel like right now you guys are just kind of keeping to yourselves. You guys are just kind of holding back your energy. Now, some of you guys here, like I said, you could be resisting change, right? I channeled that song Changes. And so it just feels like whatever this is, you guys are... you're holding back. Now, whether this is like you're biting your tongue at work because you're just not trying to get fired or you're not trying to get written up or start something with somebody here, I feel like that's why you're holding back. But I do feel like ultimately it's like, it's taking a lot for you guys. It's taking a toll on somebody here, okay? So for those of you that are holding back, I mean, maybe find a way to kind of alleviate this energy here, because I feel like it's creating blockages for you at this time. Others of you guys are going to be getting into bodybuilding or going back to the gym here, okay? You guys are trying to maybe look better, feel better. Maybe this is about a therapy. Maybe some of you guys are in therapy, but whatever this is, I feel like lifting or just going to the gym, maybe walking or doing something, some sort of movement, some sort of activity here would genuinely benefit you guys, okay? The Hermit, you guys could be keeping yourself in the next 48 hours, okay? I feel like you guys could be at home. You're just going to work, doing what you need to do, coming home, not dealing with anybody, okay? I feel like you're keeping your head down. Some of you guys are going to be calling into work in the next 48 hours as well. You're just not up to it. You don't want to deal with people. You don't want to deal with the work situations here. So I feel like whatever this energy is, you guys are genuinely just kind of keeping to yourself. If you're a single Libra, I feel like you're finding more joy. You're finding more happiness. This lantern here, how like there's that light. I feel like you're seeing that there's light at the end of the tunnel here. So some of you guys, the light is that maybe you've been a serial dater your whole life, and so maybe this is the time where you realize that you don't really need anybody. And so you're learning what happiness is without another person granting that for you, okay? So a lot of you guys are learning to be a little bit more accountable, more self-aware, and just realizing that you are your only real source of happiness. And in order to attract that, you have to feel that, you have to be that, okay? So it does feel like there's a little bit of realization that could be going on here in the next 48. With the Two of Swords here, there's a decision that needs to be made. You guys aren't making it, but maybe you're taking the time to really think about it, okay? And maybe sometimes, you know how like people don't like to be alone because they're like, we don't like to be alone with our thoughts? I feel like that's what's happening here for you in the next 48. I feel like something here is very inevitable. It's like you try to keep distracted. You try to be around people because you're not trying to think about certain things. You're not trying to think about where you're not in life or what you don't have or whatever, right? So there's something here that you could be hiding from, but I feel like this like spirit, God, source, universe, whatever you believe in, is trying to highlight something for you here in the next 48. So it's going to put you in your head a little bit, okay? It might make you feel like you're not where you need to be or you're not doing the things that you need to be. Some of you guys do need to readjust so that you can realign. But I feel like that kind of guidance will be coming to you in time, especially if this is resonating where you've been kind of in your head about not being in your head, or there's something here that you know you need to do but you've been procrastinating, okay? Six of Pentacles, be careful about people like asking too much of you in the next 48, okay? I feel like your boss asks you to stay late, your coworkers are like, hey, can you take my shift, can you help me with this on top of the duties that you're already doing, okay? Again, it could feel like, you know, you're at home and you and your partner, but it's like you're taking the brunt of responsibility and they're just kind of chilling. So I feel like, again, you guys could be like biting your tongue too, because you're like, damn, like, why am I doing everything? So I do feel like here in the next 48, if you're feeling like people are like putting too much on your plate, you should say something appropriately, professionally if you're at work, but ultimately like to avoid any kind of drama in or outside of your personal life or your professional life, okay? Also too, I feel like you guys are trying to rebalance your scales at this time. Something could have like tilted you a little bit, okay? Maybe like work just isn't the business anymore for you, right? Maybe you want to do something different. Maybe you want to go back to school and try a different field or something like that, okay? People change professions all the time, so it's like you don't have to be dead set on one thing, you know? You could be 50 other things if you wanted to. It doesn't make you somebody that's inconsistent or not, you know, stable. It just means that you're someone that's curious and maybe you're better at other things, and who cares? If it makes you happy, then who cares what people think, right? So ultimately, I feel like right now you guys are trying to figure out the best approach to really balance your scales out, because you're feeling a little bit like either weighed down by something or someone, or you're just not really feeling yourself at this time, okay? And then lastly, you have the Emperor. You could be dealing with an Aries or have this placement. I do feel like you guys are trying to control a situation right now. I feel like you're trying to control your emotions, especially with that Strength card. I feel like I'm talking to a Libra that's stressed out, tired, overworked, overburdened. and you're like barely holding on, okay? So I feel like right now at this time with this energy, I feel like you guys are doing your best to really just keep a situation under control. Keep your emotions intact. You know, maybe just things keep happening out of nowhere here in the next 48. You're just like, damn. But I feel like you got it. You're the emperor, right? It's like the emperor doesn't get up for just anything or anyone. So I feel like you guys could be realizing that the more that you don't do, the more you're doing, right? So it's like less is more kind of energy is what I'm picking up on. So some of you guys are like, you know what? It doesn't make sense that I'm going to get up and I'm going to go and try to like put this fire out when they got fire extinguishers over there. They'll figure it out. So you guys could be taking that attitude where you're like, I'm good over here. Like, I'm just going to keep doing what I need to do. Or maybe that's the approach you need to take on things, okay? But that's what I have for you, Libra. Hopefully this helps and resonates. Catch you guys on the next one.